All right, everybody, welcome back to Dad and Daughter Collectibles. We are still testing our new setup. I think I've got a better one that I like today. We do have this ring light that gives you a little bit of shine, but I've got some ways to tilt the cards that'll make it a little easier to see the cards. Today is a very special video because I have been working on this for a couple of months. Completed it about a month ago, but I started in January. Um, if you go back to the start of our channel, one of the first videos we have is my dad opening some Topps Holiday 2024. And in those videos, there's two of them. He talks about collecting cards as a kid and some of his favorite teams. And one of them was the 1959 Chicago White Sox. So he talks about a lot of the players on that team. And when I was thinking, as you get older, sometimes your parents are really hard to shop for. His birthday is today, the day this will be posted, and he will have these already. Um, but I thought, what a cool gift it would be now that I'm doing collecting if I could get my dad what appears to be, I think this is the 1959 Chicago White Sox starting lineup. So these are 1959 cards. I'm going to slide these off to the side and do them one at a time. Of all the players that he watched as a kid. And I figure, you know what, if he looks at these once or twice a year, this is better than any sort of trinket or anything like that I could get him. So I'm going to go through these one by one and just show you the players from that he watched as a kid. And then we've got mail, and then we've got some Heritage High Number. I figured Heritage High Number was fun to open with this being my dad's video because my dad's kind of our heritage, if you will, right? So a little thematic there. So we've got Jim Landis here for the White Sox. He was there. Let's see if I can just get position here. Can you not lean on my chair, please? Thank you. I think it's out there. He was outfield. We've got Bubba Phillips, outfielder. We've got Al Smith, another outfielder. So when I first started, I started buying 58s. So I have a couple of 58s in here, and then I realized it was 59. So we've got a 58 Al Smith as well. We've got Hall of Famer Louis Aparicio for the White Sox, shortstop. Sherm Lawler, catcher. Earl Torgelson, first base. Billy Goodman, third base. So this guy, he called him Jungle Jim Rivera. So cool that he remembered the nickname for this guy so many years later. And I don't think this guy was an all-star or anything. So the fact that, there's probably not a lot of people that know him as Jungle Jim Rivera, except for older folks like my dad from Chicago. So Jungle Jim here. Whoops, dropped that one. Can you guys pick that one up for me? I believe this is also a Hall of Famer, Early Win. And last Hall of Famer of Nellie Fox. And Nellie Fox, I also got the 58 for before realizing it was the 59 season. So two Nellie Foxes. Ted Klazuski. And if you watch the video where I open the Select Hobby Box, I showed this one. In addition to the White Sox, he was from Chicago. Sox were his favorite team, but his favorite player was Ernie Banks. And can you blame him? If you go look at his numbers, see if I can get these on camera here. I mean, this was the 59 Ernie Banks, and in 1948 he had um 47 home runs and 129 RBIs. I mean, my goodness, that's a amazing year as a shortstop for the Cubs. So a really great Ernie Banks, great color with the green. Again, off centered. I didn't buy them for the grades. I bought them for my dad. And I also bought them. I didn't want to get PSA cards. I wanted him to have the ability to take these. I mean, this is kind of part of the youth, right? The ability to touch, feel the cards of when he was a kid. That's part of the nostalgic experience. So that is for my dad. Dad, I'll be sending this video to you on your birthday. Happy birthday. Appreciate all you do for us. And I hope you go through these cards a few times a year and just remember your youth because you only get your youth once and it's gone too fast. That's for sure. All right. So let's get into that. You guys want to say happy birthday to Grandpa?
Happy birthday!
All right, let's get into some mail. So some stuff I bought on eBay in the last couple weeks. Cameron Brink, snapshots, blue flash to 99, 41 and 99. Bought this for 22 bucks, shipped $5, so 27 total. we're going to be holding on to this one. I actually think this is grade worthy, so I'm going to probably be sending that off to PSA. Speaking of PSA, I bought the Cameron Brink Blue Prism PSA 10 Gem Mint. This one is 249. I am trying to flip this one. I bought it for 75, 5 shipping, 80. Currently up on eBay as of this posting for 150, accepting offers on it as well. I'm hoping to make somewhere between 25 and 50 bucks, maybe more on it if I get top dollar for it. So I thought this was undervalued for where they had it posted at. Given that it's a Gem Mint 10, if it was a PSA 9, I think 75, 60 to 75 is probably the right price. But for a Gem Mint 10, I think that's a great price. Well, that'll be another video. So we have graded cards, our first graded cards, so not ones that we purchased, but ones we actually sent in. That'll be in a new. Oh, these weren't supposed to be here till Tuesday. I thought this was mail. It is mail, but it's stamps for eBay. So that is not a card. That is stamps.
I think it's a perfect card.
Get rid of those. All right, and then this one's really cool. Let's give a shout out to. See if we can get it on there. Team Smith Rips. This is a small channel on YouTube. Please go out, find their channel. I will put a link in our description. I believe it's a dad and a son, or maybe a couple of kids, but I know I've heard a dad and I believe a son on there for sure. They were doing a giveaway. Nobody commented on it. How sad is that? You guys could have won this, but I have commented on some of their videos as they posted them. And they saw my comments in a previous video because the deadline hit and nobody had commented. And they said, "Hey, do you want to win our contest?" And I said, "Sure." So Team Smith Rips, go find them or go in the description. They sent me this as their contest winner. First, Fernando Tatis, numbered 202 of 299. So a numbered Fernando Tatis, the family business. It was probably an insert. I'm not sure what top set this is, but amazing. Just for supporting their channel, right? Second is Kai Bush autograph for the White Sox. Not numbered, but a free autographed card from, I believe, this is Topps Series 1. So awesome giveaway. Didn't didn't even know we were winning, and it just turns out commenting and supporting other people can have benefits. So go out and support other small channels too, like ours, like theirs. It helps everybody grow. Everybody benefits from it. And I really appreciate them finding our comments and calling us out. And I would appreciate if you go find their channel and give them a like and subscribe. All right, so that is mail. So let's get into some Heritage High Number. I found 4 more blasters. There were more there. I could have bought more. I'm always tempted to buy more. There are some other things coming up where I've got to save a little bit of money for. So you gotta trying to ration this out. But as I've said in previous videos, these if you get these for 25 bucks, I think these are the best value on the market right now. They are very consistent. I'm going to need scissors. Here we go. They're very consistent. Your worst case scenario is usually getting one chrome, your regular parallels, a couple short prints, and that's like 10 bucks. That's your low end. $10 out of a $25 purchase. And then of course it goes up from there. Your super duper high end, like I don't know how high it goes. Obviously, I think the Skeens 101 Super Fractor has been recalled. I'm sure there could be some one of one that's still out there that's $1,000 or more dollars. You're not likely to get those, but they're just super, super consistent. And, that's one of the ways in this hobby you stretch your dollars the best is buying those consistent products. When you're buying $30, $35 blaster boxes and getting $5 in cards on return, uh, you're going to go broke real quick. So I'm going to open 2. Ryland's going to open 1. Addie's going to open 1. So let's get cracking. See if we can get anything good in here. Where's that garbage? Oh, it's to my right. Okay, I'll switch that around. And here's our new setup. So hopefully we can show these cards off real nice. Go right about there. Jesse Winker, Perez, Hedges, Jack Leiter. We've got a green coming up. Nick Ahmed. We've got a white coming up. Jake Cronenworth. James Paxton. Tanner Scott. Luis Renfroe. Just a couple parallels to get started. One other thing I've been talking about, I've mentioned it in a few live streams with some of the folks I see regularly. Let me move the garbage over here, as well as in a couple comments. I know there's some people that have been struggling just to find any product to open. Um, I'm kind of digging the idea of, I don't know exactly how we do it. I'm just going to go through these and I'll stop and call it anything that's good. Um, would be, is there a way people who are doing this truly for the collecting and having channels to look out for each other, to look for cards that at their local shops, their local retail outlets, and if there's extra in stock, pick up some extra for folks, right? Like so many people I saw just today, there was somebody commented and he can't find these anywhere. Um, you can try to order them right online, which is something you can try, but then you got to wait and you got to wait for restocks, and that's can be a frustrating experience too. So is there a way where we could create a list of people who, hey, I'm this person and I'm looking for this product, and if other people, yesterday I saw a full restock of Heritage. There were probably 40 blasters there. If I saw that, I could go out, check a spreadsheet, check a website, and say, "Oh, Jim's looking for that. He wants two. I'll pick up two." I contact Jim and say, "Hey, Jim, I grabbed two. Here's the cost. It was 26 after tax, and it's going to cost me $10 to ship them to you. Jim pays you. I ship to Jim. I make no money on it. Jim gets what he's looking for. And then maybe at some point in the future, I'm looking for something. I can't find it, and someone grabs it for me. If you're interested in something like that, let me know. Reach out in the comments. Uh, Black and Churio are always together, so it's interesting. I would love, maybe we can coordinate something. Maybe we can get a group of people together um, to do that, like real collectors, not people looking to resell, because I mean that would ruin the whole thing, right? So, hey, buy everything you want, and then we ship it to that person, and then they resell and just profit off of our effort. But people like us who are trying to have channels, trying to find product to rip, trying not to break their banks. Let me know if you're interested in it. I think it would be kind of cool if we could pull it off. Yes, I know you're interested.
Thank you.
But do you have a car?
Yeah.
And do you have money?
Yes.
Ooh, we've got a mini. We got a mini. All right, let's see. Mini of the Rangers. A lot of potential. Ezekiel Duran. I don't know anything about him, but minis are good.
I love mini.
Andrew Vaughn. And there's the regular. Look at this. Big Ezekiel, mini Ezekiel.
Wait, he can shapeshift?
He can shapeshift, yes. He gets big, he gets little. Cool. So again, you get one mini out of here. These go for 10 to 15 a pop. You get your parallels, there's your money back on your one box. And I've been lucky getting minis out of here. Oops. Pack down. Wrapper down. IKF. Right there. Marischal and the insert. Yeah, so if you're interested in that, again, kind of let me know. Maybe we can coordinate amongst ourselves. It would be nice to not have to. I just refuse to pay markups. I'm going to slide this up just a touch because, again, trying to stretch your money, you just start to go broke real fast as soon as you start adding 5, 10, $15 onto every blaster you buy. Here's a nice green. You guys do have, you earn allowance. Nice Jackson Merrill. That's one of our good rookies. All right, last pack of Blaster 1. You guys are going to get your turn. Hold on. All right, anything in the middle here? No. We'll have some short prints in there somewhere, and I'll look through those later. I'll look through them real quickly here. Any short prints, any variations before we get to the next box? One short print. We got Nick Ahmed. I was just going past and I saw Jackson, and I stopped to see that I missed one of the Jacksons there. It's got to be like the most common name in MLB at this point. There are so many Jacksons. There's 722. So we got two short prints in there as well. Put those on top. Stack these off to the side. Get into Blaster 2, and then these guys are going to go after me. And maybe they'll be the ones getting the hits. Although, again, for a first box, a mini, couple rookies, couple parallels.
Super good because you put a one of one, remember? Yeah, you
I,
already
I'm not complaining. Do you hear
Yeah.
me any complaints?
Yeah, you already did cooking.
You will not hear me complaining about our luck for we have to go on a pretty cold streak for us to start saying, hey, we need to turn our luck around.
I need to turn my luck around. Wow.
All right. Kai Wei Tang. Let's see. Anything else that I want to talk about? So we've got so we've got a lot of content coming on the channel. We may be slowing down a little bit as we get closer to summer, but that's okay. Still doing good on the phones. Lots of stuff out. Another way you can support the channel, in addition to liking, subscribing, all the normal YouTube stuff, we've got a lot of auctions out there on eBay. If you I always feel, there's a lot of streamers who rely on donations. That's great. No offense to them. But I do well enough. I don't like the idea of asking for donations, but one way you can support us by kind of having money go to us, but you get something in return, is go out and buy any of our auctions. We have a lot of great auctions out there. A lot of the stuff you'll see that was an Acuna MVP award winner. Um, you can support us that way, and you get something in return. You get a fair priced card, and then we get the money from it, obviously, to keep going with our collecting and buying. So, very symbiotic way to support each other. So,
What's this symbiotic?
all right, we're back. Sorry about that. All right, I got 3 packs to go here. See if we can get any good hits. It's been a pretty Matt Chapman on the green. All right, 2 to go. Let's see. Renfro, we got to insert now and then. So you know what we have not gotten? There have been no chromes in either box. There's usually one per box. That's bizarre. I don't know that there's one in this one either. Sorry, I don't have this focused on here. David Fry green. I mean, I could have randomly grabbed 2 boxes without chromes, but I've heard they exist. But they get 2 in a row? All right, who's up? Who? Okay. I know. Very interesting. We'll see how this goes. That's the wow, I didn't even realize that. I'm like, what is going on here? I'm like, sort of hit me that one of the advantages of Heritage this year is the frequency of chromes, and if we're not going to get chromes, the value of these goes down significantly. So, all right, Ryan, let me get you in here.
Yeah, it's 7 years.
It's supposed to be on average, but yeah. Okay, let me help you with these packs because these are rough. Here, why don't you slide the packs over here so I can get them all started? All right, so let's see if we can get any chromes here, or else we're gonna be filing a complaint with Tops, I think. Go ahead. Look on the camera there, where those are a little lower. There you go. There you go.
Quinn Priester.
You can kind of almost all the way down to the ground, almost all the way down to the desk. There you go, right there.
2024 like rookie pictures. Next marker. Kyle McMahon.
Had a green there. All right, hold on. All right, go ahead. Let me get these out of the way. Okay. It's like an Aaron Judge, and you got to move it up, hon. You got to stay right there. Yep. The space you want to be in is kind of right next to those cards there. So yeah, no chromes at all. Go ahead, JD Martinez. Falling behind here. Hold on. So that one had no, that's probably a short print in there. Hmm.
Any chrome in there?
I don't think so. Usually they have it's a bright white. It stands out. I don't think there's one in there either. Keep going. I mean, I will tell you this, if we go 4 boxes without a chrome, quite frankly, if we go 2 boxes without a chrome, we'll probably be sending something to Tops with this video to say, hey, you guys had a manufacturing error because we should not go 4 for 4 with no chromes. Yep, okay. I know there's a lot of people dislike Panini um, for things like this, but and it's almost like they excuse Tops, but like I've seen a fair amount of manufacturing errors and things in my time, just my first few months from Tops as well. Like they're not immune to product defects. And if we don't get any chromes in 4 boxes, that probably means I would have to imagine that every box in that restock at Target yesterday doesn't have any chromes in it either. There's gonna be some disappointed people.
There's gonna be a lot of complaints then.
Well, a lot of people probably won't know to complain. They'll just think, if you just buy 1 or 2, you might not think anything of it. But four, I mean, I've only seen 1 or 2 in all the blasters I've seen opened. Um, I think I've probably seen 50 to 100 at this point, and I think I've seen 1 or 2 without a chrome in it. There's a nice Paul Skeens. Yeah, we'll put that with our good rookies. So one of the ways you definitely lose value
There's
here
no
is you
chrome.
get no chromes. I mean, we at this point we should have at least 3 chromes, and the fact that we have none, and again, depending on the player, your chromes can be anywhere from one to low end chromes are $1 to $5. You hit a good one, you're talking a lot more. Oh, here is a chrome. So apparently we hit the dud row.
How'd we get the dud row?
So let's hope we can get a big name to make up for it because they are in here. And I think that's okay. So I think I shipped one of these to somebody, and I think they just contacted me and said that it never showed up. So kind of ironic how this is all playing out here. Okay, that was the end of Ryland's Blaster. I was so concerned about not getting chromes, and then we got one. So we will see. I'm going to go through these. I've been distracted here. So let's get Addy out. Let's get Addy in. Let's hope there's more than one chrome in this box because maybe it'll be a hot box to make up for it. Do you think you can get those, or you want me to?
I'm gonna try.
Okay,
Because on the live stream I could.
that's true. Go through these while you're doing that. So this is the out of the first 3 boxes outside of the mini. When I talk about value at the beginning of the video, this is definitely the lowest value I've seen out of 3 blasters in all the videos I've watched. So
Maybe we're getting to our cold streak.
We are due for a cold streak, so that's okay. You got to take the good with the bad. So when you get a cold streak, you just hope that it ends sooner rather than later.
We got a Chrome.
Okay, in the first pack, Blue Jays, Alex Manoah.
Number 69.
Put it on top of the one that's over to the side. I'll get caught up here in a second. Here's the 720. So two short prints in Ryland's box. I haven't gone through my second box yet. Where did I
Base.
put the short prints? And these are base. Okay. Was there a green in there? Yes, there's a green as well. And a Jackson Merrill. Okay. And these were our short prints. Where did I put the short prints? Remember what was up there for now? Oh no, I just put them on top of the first pile, I think. Yep. Okay. Thank you. All right, back on track. This here.
John.
Insert Bob Gibson.
Want that?
Uh, yeah, put it on the insert pile there. All right. That is your pile. That's the one I already went through. There should be one more stack of base. I just wanted to go through to see if there's any shortcuts or variation. Here it is. Go ahead. Oh, a mini. Eddie Rosario. Very good. Put it on the mini. Oh, in the mini pile. There you go.
Oh, there it is. Base.
Put that here. Okay. Next pack. What do we got? That is pack 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think that's right in the middle. Pack 5.
There's 10 packs.
9. 4, 1, 4. So pack 5 is right in the middle. There's not a short print.
Oh, another Chrome.
Another chrome. That's a silver.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the back.
Okay. And an aqua.
Oh, cool.
Logan Ohapi. All right, we need a big chrome. Big chrome. JD Martinez. I don't know if that's big
Number
chrome or not. It is on the Mets.
Base. Hey, I've opened the packs.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Oh, no. That's the turquoise. Yes. Thought we had to get that one out. No problem. All right. So two chromes. I don't know if we'll get any more. No autos today. But again, we've been on a hot streak on those. You got to slow down at some point. You guys can hold those lower to the. There you go.
I keep going.
I don't know if this is dropping down because of gravity or what.
It's done. Oh, should I put that right there?
There.
Should I put that right there?
Yep.
Sorry about that.
Anthony Molina, Tyler Glasnow on the green. Yep.
Green?
Yep. All right, we are down to our last 3. Be nice to get one more nice one in here.
Maybe one more.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll get a third one. I think I have gotten 3 in one before, but that's pretty tough. Move it a little. Oh, there you go. There you go. Oh, Red's team card. That's a good one. Those always are easy sells on eBay, usually for between $1 and $2. Gotten the Reds one 3 times.
What? Really? We
Yep.
can sell them for $6.
There's another chrome in there, it looks like. So
Ooh.
maybe we can get a big name. Last chance probably had a big one.
Maybe I'm gonna save that
Oh
one
no,
for
that's another. This is like a split card, so this is gonna be like a It'll be interesting to see what this is. I don't think it's like just a regular player. I think it's one of those MVP cards or Marcelo Zuna Green. 22 most valuable players. Judge and
Legend. Yes.
Goldschmidt. What is that numbered out of?
69.
101 of 699.
Oh, what if it was
Well, the funny thing is we have actually the silver of this, number 1.
That's funny.
All right, last pack. We've got 3 chromes in this one, no complaints. That Judge MVP one is a nice parallel. So, again, even as we started really cold, again, talking about just kind of there's a nice schemes, put that on top. Yep. It picked up, and, we did all right at the end. This is kind of your low end, and we still did pretty darn good.
Here?
Yep, goes there. Yep.
I've learned the good
And learn some of them. Yeah.
I've learned the good.
All right. Well, let's do a little recap. Good rookies. Start with those. I'm gonna look through and see if there's any variations in here while you do that, and then we can get out of here. So those are our good rookies.
Jackson Trio.
Ooh, what's this? This is a color swap. Mitchell Parker color swap.
So the orange used to be up there.
Yeah, so I don't know what his regular card looks like, but that is a variation. So we did get a variation. So that box was loaded. 3 chromes and a color swap.
Can I show the office?
So again, law of averages. 2 bad ones and then 2 good ones.
Can I show them?
Yeah, go with the aquas, yep.
Matt Sewer and MG Mentor, Logan Oak, and T-shirt and those are
You just put them right on top there.
aquas, and then inserts, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, you can do inserts.
Oh yes.
Manager of the year.
That one.
We do love managers. They're attracted to us. Do the whites and then the minis, and I'll sort these out for you. There's our color swap. Oh, Mom's home. Hi, Mom.
2 minis.
3 chrome. I'll do the greens first. No big names in any of the color borders, which a little disappointing, but that's okay. And then there are our chromes.
Hey, we made up. We got 4.
Finished top. So
I was about to say.
All right, everybody. If you made it to the end, give us a like and subscribe. And remember,
Girls are collectors too.